You got beaten up by gangsters and stuff, but you got to be careful, like, you know, who you And it's the same, like you talk about being a Zionist, right? And if you're talking to a Muslim about being a Zionist, it could be a game where you're winding each other up, and so you've got all these levels, and then you talk to like a Zionist about being Muslim, you can make it all up, and it's like what Kelfin's saying, you start acting.
You're actually allowed to pretend to be a Freemason, right?
Yeah, totally. You're not supposed to talk about it. If you talk about it, you're
allowed to pretend to be a Freemason. Yeah, it's a part of their plausible deniability.
What, someone who's not in their group?
Yeah, because in order for a secret to remain, there have to be people that you can't be sure whether they're just pretending to be a Freemason or not.
I can pretend to be a
Obviously, I'm with you.
So you both are Freemasons?
No, we're both pretending to. Like, we're like, I go, what does that mean? When I say the name, like, and I go, I'm a wizard. You go, oh, I'm a wizard too.
Is there anybody in here who's not pretending to be a Freemason?
We use this now.
Shit.
Fucking do.
It's just me.
I'm saying again, what I'm saying quietly up here, but it's best to say it to everyone, is while you're laughing and it's good fun learning this stuff for us that have found out these things are true. These two people are speaking word for word truth from real life experience. Found truth. Found.
I've seen Toby spin policemen around like tops, right, using his fingers, because he's using kind of like an adaptive form of neuro-linguistic programming. When you get into magic, you get the Jedi mind tricks. I mean, most of the Freeman stuff is how the Jedi mind trick the policeman into not beating you up based on the fact that you're a human being in an outfit and they are, and you're just interacting. So you can cut them out of that level where they feel like that they've got a job to do. You know, you kind of get to the humanity of it. You can do any one of 100 things. And to me, that's the closest thing I found to freedom, is understanding how to Jedi mind trick each different kind
I must say today, I cast a spell on the judges, in a court today. I represented someone today. And has anyone watched a YouTube video of the guy that calls on Yahweh? I downloaded, I copied his poem. It's a spell.
Yeah.
I read it in court today. I swear on my mother's life, I've said this to my friends.
Thou shalt not swear, let your word be your word, let your yes be your yes, let your no be your no.
Thank you for reminding me. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And I don't know exactly what, I couldn't, even the security guards that come to eject me from the call couldn't explain what happened. But what I would say was that the judges was like, I seriously done them over, yeah? That was after I made them walk out of the call like the first time. So, seriously, they do their little concoctions in their back room. I don't know, it could involve cocaine. It's cool girls, I don't know what they do in the back rooms, but they do something in the back room to get some power back, to come back into the courtroom. And I left them, I said, in Yahweh's name, all of you, God bless you, and have a good day. And do you know what, yeah, I walked out of there, I was still on this, like, really charged buzz, because I saw their energy. And they feared me that day, today, sorry. They feared me, they had fear. So we can do the fear stuff on them as well. I don't want to do the fear stuff on them, I just want to let them know who I am. And who I am is who they should fear, because I'm above all of their system, all of their acts, all of their statutes.
Absolve.
And,
Absolve.
And we all have the right to be kings on this land, you know? Sovereign, whatever you may call it, secured creditors, blah, blah, blah. Free man on the land. You know, so many different words, to explain that, you know, the what we're trying to do, or no, what we are doing, sorry. And at the end of the day, we are who we are, yeah? They can put names to what we do and what we are, but that's their tags, yeah? That's their tags. Yeah? You are who you are. I am me. You're you. I am I. Yeah, that's the I. Boom, as they say. So that's it in a nutshell. We can do our own spells on them. So, in Yowi's name, I finish this word.
The thing about it's like you explain this to me.
Answer.
It's like going to someone and saying, I'm the king. You're going to use that like, to a Jew. You know, it's literally that. So you imagine you go and you go, I am the king, right? And then I think this, right? They're going to take it just as seriously as if you said that in English. You see what I mean? It's not.
Well, we are kings. We all are kings, and we've got to realise our sovereignty and who we are on this earth. Yeah.
One of the first steps in schizophrenia, right, is you, or a religious awakening, depending on how you want to look at it. It's like you
that's their words. My friend, this is something that's their words. That's their words.
Yeah, answer.
That's their words. It's your definition of crazy.
Just to say you can't paint a picture.
Who knows their Old Testament in this room? Is there any listening?
The Old Testament, did you? Do you know about the Old Testament, do you, Ancho? You're going to tell us about the Old Testament there.
The Old Testament.
Are you a goat or a sheep?
I don't know much about it. If you go, you'll
Just answer the question.
Answer the question, sir!
Yeah, it's like really.
Are you a goat or a sheep? It's a question from the old days, and you're a bit of an authority, it's granted. And we've listened for a bit.
You can't, you see, there's something implicit in that question, which is the idea that I'm one or the other.
Yahweh!
Like, if somebody gives you two options, take the third option, which is or the fourth and fifth one, which is ones you originated yourself. Somebody asks you, is it this or that? They're not giving you any options. It's a logical fallacy. So what do you go with? Oh, actually, there's 300 or 400 other possibilities, and let's go through them. So, what I say,
That's what he's doing.
when you're dealing with people who are straight, you'd be surrealistic. You'd be really, really fucking surreal. Now, remember years ago there was this thing, they wanted to stop all the kids having drugs, and the government started up.
No, please, I'm trying to say something that's relative to these days, and he cut me out and I didn't get to finish it, and now you're going on different
No,
spirals.
this is really important. This is about the intelligence of children. Yeah? So the children got this thing, it's called Frank. And you can ring up if you've got a drug problem or you're doing drugs and they can get your guys, right? And these guys were in a call center on the strip. And these were kids who were messing around, working, freaked out, couldn't talk to their parents.
Go on, get up here, jump
A country where children
No,
can't
talk
talk
about
to
it.
their parents. is a big
Talk
problem.
about it.
Anyway, they couldn't talk to
There's
their
not enough
parents.
time imperative to need to do that.
Realised these
But the
guys
time is coming close, we
nothing.
can feel it.
So they switched started making, they said, right, I'm going to make up a load of shit. And they started making up a load of shit. The first guy who did it, he spent a half an hour talking to this guy, making up a load of shit. The guy swallowed it off. He got over his worries about the drugs, took more drugs, talked to his mates and said, isn't this a great idea? Let's start something. And I thought, Frank. Thousands of children from the age of 8 to 18 started ringing Frank and saying this. Next thing, the government publishes there's a new drug out on the street, and it's called Meow Meow. The kids weren't buying it. The kids
Okay, can we bring it right central now? Was there a point there?
The point is,
There is this, it's tangential.
They're receiving the hypocrisy, understanding that these people are operating on a script. When somebody's operating on a script, all you've got to do is feed them your own surrealistic reinterpretation of that script. And if you do enough of it, their mind goes into meltdown. For example, an example of this is a mortgage strike. If all the people who are in mortgages in this country decided for 1 month, we're not going to pay you, that's a surreal movement. Because you're paying them because they're all frightened. But if you did do it,
My grandfather
it
always
would
said,
show that there's a flex
names are for
of
graves.
intellectual muscle.
Names are for graves. Do we have a Cornelius?
Yes, it's definitely.
You don't have. You have been served.
I've been served.
Read it out loud. I'm hearing you.
Okay.
But there isn't a script, and you're
There's
talking
a
about a
lot.
script.
As many red stripes, but
To whom it may concern, we are not your collaterals, yes? Your goods or your chattels, nor are we your slaves or servants. When you think or speak of human rights, they are also our rights. I'd like to interject that no such thing as rights, it's just natural.
Just read the piece of paper. Do your job.
When you insist
Toby,
on equality,
read it.
then we
You read it.
insist
Toby,
you be equal
please.
to us.
Then
Do
get
not
to the end of the
flatter
page.
yourself with the deception of your own perceived goodness. There is no mirror great enough to reflect the unified potential of our humanity. We don't need your tolerance. You need ours. We are the majority in the world. We do not seek to dominate. Without wisdom, your power is worthless. With wisdom, your power is worthless. Power is worthless. We do not cultivate armies of occupation, nor generate nuclear power propaganda. We contain the meaning of peace, without which there is no meaning to life. That I agree. We are not neutral. We do not support your wars, nor are we distracted from our steady progress by the self-indulgent, breeding frenzy of compulsive speakers like Cornelius. No, compulsive speakers. Is there more of it?
Well, there's no paper.
Toby, you read it. It's your dad wrote it. It's its first time to be read out to a gathering. Toby, you can do it gently. You could start from the beginning and real gentle. No need to boom because we're listening.
No, because when you speak, half the room can't hear you, man.
To whom it may concern, we are not your collateral, your goods or your chattels, nor are we your slaves or servants. When you think or speak of human rights, they are also our rights. When you insist on equality, then we insist you be equal to us. Do not flatter yourself with the deception of your own perceived goodness. There is no mirror great enough to reflect the unified potential of our humanity. We don't need your tolerance. You need ours. We are the majority in the world. We do not seek to dominate. Without wisdom, your power is worthless. We do not cultivate armies of occupation or generate nuclear-powered propaganda. We contain the meaning of peace, without which there is no meaning to life. We are not neutral. We do not support your wars, nor are we distracted from our steady progress by the self-indulgent feeding frenzy of compulsive consumerism. Our austerity is not poverty. We have no hidden agenda, no ulterior motive. The path we tread, the saints have trod before. We have no master and ask for nothing. Civilization is our code. It is not written in a book. We do not wait for orders. Our intelligence is civilian. We are of one mind. We are in accord. The sustainable future is our domain. All lies will perish, only truth will remain. We need no opinion. We are the way forward. Progress is in every direction at once, chaos or the eightfold path. Love will not wait to be abused by mere tolerance. We didn't enslave you, nor did we slaughter you by the millions. We will never be like you, but you can be like us. Our continents crossed continents on foot. Don't flush your potential down the drain in the name of an easy life. We cannot be blamed for the sins committed in your name. We are all responsible for the future of the world. It's only big enough if we share it. If you continue to slaughter the saints and the innocents, only the devils will remain to reign in a desert of ignorance. We were here before you came. We'll be here when you've gone. We are the people of the world, reclaiming our rightful heritage. We are the diasporans displaced by your empire's shining glory. We remember God. God remembers us. Mutual regard, mutual respect. One is equal to one without division. There is no way forward without our cooperation. There is no way back. Join us or perish by your own hand.
Okay, peace everyone, okay? Can we hold it just like this for a few minutes? And I'll just announce like it had to end at 9 o'clock and it's way past that. Hold that for a second, because we can still hold it going till 10 o'clock, so long as we keep it together right now if you like. Okay? The last bit of time is a bit precious now, but we've got a feel of what each other is on about.
Sorry for interrupting, but when is this supposed to finish?
At 10.
At 10?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Cool, man.
Because there is a concert in here and the people, we have a...
Yeah, I discussed it with Eleanor, and it's because I told her it will be like this, and if you come in and set up equipment all over the place, it will destroy what we have, and you see how sensitive we're holding things, and she understood that this could happen, and it is true, it is happening.
Don't give me a speech. It'd be nice if after you finish, they just take to support what's going to happen after, you know, just don't go back home. Yeah?
Come here. What's your name again? Come here.
Just get on it.
Well, I want to say to you then, the little I know is, there is a gig upstairs that's already started. They're being nice to us with quietness and everything else. We are out by 10 because they wanted to be in here at 9. Just to set up stuff. It's one of the best musicians in the world or something is here, and it's not usually here, and it's like a big deal for the place. But it was a coincidence, and I had it booked, and this is all kind of magic. Empathy. Somewhere I felt, look, in this moment we could be scattered, or we can realise we're being hosted here by people who aren't even in here with us sharing in it, even though they let us be here because they know it's a good thing. Felt it. I was going to say a short piece of poetry that rounds off that. It's really short, but it rounds off that stuff that we've brought up about the fear with Danny's example, for example.
Sorry, man.
No, you're doing perfect.
It was supposed to keep you here for days.
Perfect on time.
You were supposed to finish at 9 o'clock.
I know, we talked about it.
Because the thing is that we have an African artist that is on tour.
What time is it now?
It's kind of important, man.
I might be able to shave off 15 minutes.
Do all the sounds, set the stage, and then...
What time is it now? I might be able to shave off 15 minutes.
Half 9.
You see what I'm doing?
Finish now, basically.
I'm doing it. That's it. I am rounding it up right now.
So 10 more minutes.
No, man, we got enough time
15, but I'm rounding up right now. 15 minutes, and we'll be gone.
You got enough labour resources.
There'll be no cleaning us out. In 15 minutes, we'll be gone. Leave it to me, man. I hear you.
So don't go, just stay to support the scene. You know,
No, that's what I was calling you back to ask you. Listen, come back for 1 second. Come back again. Come here.
I mean, we support.
Listen, come back. I'm talking to you.
You support the scene.
Listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen. No, we know what we're dealing with. There is one of the world's greatest musicians and the local best about to kick off on stage as soon as we finish, like a celebration. It's a coincidence. It's fucking great. You can stay. I'll put a hat out, or you can go up to any of them people who you now recognise and just give them money in support for what has been perfect. So perfect. Out of the way. Don't think we're infiltrated. I think it's great. The bit of poetry is real short. It is the fear that makes us get up and fucking do it. It's like an evolutionary force. It's a reflection in the mirror. You can look in the mirror and you can see love and really love yourself. You can look in the mirror and see fear and really not love yourself. So these are two things outside of ourselves that are in the mirror. They're not actually in us. If we look outside of ourselves, we'll see this polarity thing. If we don't look out of ourselves, you feel. It's not a love or fear thing in the same way. Love's greatest fear. Forsooth, Ruth, I tell you the truth, my heart growing wide, I am maturing, I feel love growing inside. Nowhere to hide. Wherever I turn, I see love, yet I face fear. Wherever I turn, I see love, yet I face fear. Wherever I turn, I see love, yet I face fear. My greatest of fears, covered up for more years than I care to remember, has tracked me down to this very town. Now I face fear wherever I turn. For these days of revelation have caused such alienation that no matter what nation, the fear is the same in everyone's eyes. We love to fear, we fear to love. We love to fear, we fear to love. Wherever I turn, I see love, yet I face fear. Wherever I turn, I see love, yet I face fear. Wherever I turn, solutions may be found all around on sacred ground. Our roots form the trunks of our trees, and our joys may be simple. A smile makes a dimple, a twinkle in a child's eye. Learn love from the birds and the bees, and our joys may be simple. A smile makes a dimple, a twinkle in a child's eye. Learn love from the birds and the bees. In the last few minutes, why I call this, soon I'm going to go into the court again. I'll have to surrender to the police. They bring me around to the station to the court. Because they're bringing me around, they bring me in by the back entrance in a van, handcuffed. I get inside, they take the handcuffs off me, they take my possessions, they put them safe out of the way, they bring me to a cell. I wait until it's my turn. I'm taken from the cell in handcuffs. I'm brought up through the back door into the dock. I'm taken from the slaves' galley to the dock on the ship. And the captain of the ship is the judge. And all the other guys are characters in a shipping analogy. And that's the way it is. So I'm going surrendering myself into that in a spiritual kind of quest thing. For us, essentially, there's not much gain for me if you don't exist. In the core, I'm not going for the juggler like we did in Birken Head. What I realised from having been at Birken Head is that we can seal off a court, and I know how to do that. It's easy. There are 3 doors you seal off, and if you seal off those 3 doors, then the 50 to 100 people that are inside the court are kept in the court, and the cops can't get in. There are 3 doors. If those 3 doors are sealed, they cannot get in. If they're sealed quickly enough, the judge cannot get out. You would have 2 police officers in uniform, a few infiltrators in plain clothes, a few obvious-looking BMP people from Birken Head, 2 officers, and 70 of us that are sound. That's enough to hold a people's court, to reinstate a people's court, to release it and reform it any time we like, people's court. To not be stuck to one building, people's court. That anywhere that any of us are caught in a snag, we've got fuel to burn, people's court. Some of us are going to walk there, people's court. So I'm going to set up what I said I'd do, what I imagined I'd do, and I said I'd do it, and I'm doing it anyway. This was part of it, and this has gone well, so I'm ready for the next part of it. The next part is, I go into that situation, and I've got people who know how to hold stillness, like we've done tonight. People who are willing to let one person speak to an adversary on their home ground and prove that they're wrong until it's agreed by everyone. Agreed by everyone. And then we go out and we tell everyone. And we upload it, and everyone finds out for themselves. And we do it again and again. Oberon. Kelfin Oberon is one of my previous incarnations, like in this body. Kelfin Patrick's Oberon. There's like a name on a piece of paper somewhere that rhymes with that. It does. Very few people know it. I do. Some police officers know it. A few courts have done things with it. I've sent off for its passport. No, what's it called? I've sent off for the birth certificate loads of times because I used to keep losing it, and it was the only idea I had. So from 18 to 35 or whatever, that was my relationship with my pup. Birth certificate. Is you could just post off and get one. I could get anyone's. I could get dead people's. You can. Stillborn kids. So I'm aware that the system has all these identities that are unclaimed of people they killed with their dark magic.
So, sorry, my friend.
That's
can you speak
infiltration.
up for the back, please?
I'm aware that on the back of these birth certificates that anyone can just write to an address, an office, and claim and get the copy of. We've seen it in films, but I'm aware that it's factually easier. From a birth certificate, you can create the whole shenanigans of an identity and do what you like. It's like having 2 votes. It is. Again, the Romany gypsies know this. The Irish travellers do this. They sign on in 5 countries. They live in loads of eco-villages all the way along. They already do this. They live well, they have gold. They're not rushing out to buy gold because it was on the internet. I'm telling you, seriously, if you want to learn, traveller situation, go move a shift. Put that on YouTube.
Go move a ship.
Go move shift. Born in the middle of the afternoon. It talks 100 years ago about how we were moved off the land up in Scotland. Most people, the few people, have never even heard of the stories. It's got first-hand account from 100 years ago. It's got those people 100 years ago up in Scotland giving first-hand tradition account of our Lord was a traveller. Didn't they travel on a donkey's back to his birth? It's the truth, you see. You people have had it removed from you surgically by your society, by your education, by your privileges, by the soup that feeds you. K. Oberon, K-O-B-E-R-O-N. Write it down if you want. But out on YouTube, that's my channel. So through that channel, I'll organise the next gathering if you want. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Should we raise the roof and let them know upstairs that we appreciate this and we're going to give them some money and we're going to stay and party and all talk to each other and not be under the constraints of this kind of society?
Or we introduce bordering with them.
Whatever you want them, just give them reflections that you're really glad that there's no issue going on, that we're not like pissed off. They might be pissed off at us because they would have been in here for the last 3/4 of an hour and I wouldn't be saying this. And it's over now. Oberon. Money.